Hey class, this is the second video in section 3.1 and it's how to use the window button. What happens when we do zoom standard? We get a graph that is 10 by 10. This graph right here goes 10 over, 10 back, 10 up, 10 down. Well, sometimes the graphs are not going to be found in that area, in which we use the window button. And the window button is up, or maybe you can see it, and it's right up here. The German children call it the Fenster button. So the German teacher right now is saying pressen Sie die Fenster button, or it's das Fenster. And what happens is the minimum, that's how far backwards our graph goes, to the left. X maximum, how far it goes to the right. Let's not concern ourselves with the X scale and Y scale. That just means how often do we put a tick mark. Don't worry about that. And Y up and down goes 10 by 10. So if I have a graph, I'm going to find the intersection. I'm going Y equals 3X minus 80. And the second graph I'm going to go is negative 2x plus 55. And I go zoom standard and I become extremely disappointed. And the reason I'm extremely disappointed is I can't see my graph. And I'm saddened by that. Well, we have to find our graph, and what we're going to do is this. Up at y equals, if you had a sheet of paper, you would go down 80. If you had a sheet of paper to put the first dot, the y-intercept, if you would go down on the second, you would go up 55. So we go to window and use those sort of as a guide. So my y maximum, I'm going to go down here to my y maximum, and if it was at like 55, I'm going to go like, hey, I'm going to go a little higher than that. I'm going to go maybe 75. Just make it relatively the same. There's not right or wrong answers. And also, then on the y minimum, it was supposed to go down, I think, 80, so I'm going to go down 100. For the time being, let's just match up our x minimums and maximums with our y's. So we'll go x minimum negative 100 and our x maximum 75. And if these are wrong, the great thing about the calculator, you just make another guess. Once you've messed with your window, you don't go to zoom, you go straight to graph. So I'm going straight to graph. And then I'm saddened, I'm worried, and all of a sudden, things have gone well. There they match. That's awesome. I go second. Trace. I go to the intersect. Now this is just like the last video. I try to go there. I go first curve, I hit enter. Second curve, I hit enter. I say guess, I go, I don't know, I'm just a kid. And it says, here's my intersection at 27, 1.